Life can be beautiful if you let it.
In the bowl.
Yo, 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 what do you know? What's up, y'all? Welcome to In the Bowl podcast. As always, shout out to Hustle 5 Ways for hosting us. I'm your host, Naz.
Your guy Tallman live from Dubai.
As always, In the Bowl podcast is powered by your nation's own Hookah provider, Sisha to you, where they are a mobile provider company that provides nothing but experiences, quality, on demand, and give you that experience and take it into that next level. What's happening? What's going on?
What is going on, man? It looks like we are definitely on two different continents. I'm over here with the short sleeves and got my knees out, man. And it looks like you are still dealing with winter, man. What's going on?
I'm bundled up, man. It's cold. You don't know what it's about to be. We trying to get out of COVID. It's in the middle of COVID, flu. You don't know what you got. You got flurona still going around. You don't know what you got. You kind of just flipping the coin. You start sneezing. So you got to stay. 67 one day. It's 24 the next day. It's raining. Out here, you get 4 seasons in one day. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if you got shorts, a parka, and a dry fit shirt on at the same time.
Man, no, trust me, I feel you, man. I know last week I was telling you, my lady's out here, the dog is out here, and she got the air blasting in here, man. And I'm walking around the house this morning sniffling. I'm like, all right, look, man, we gotta adjust these temperatures because there's no need for my teeth to be shaking, waking up in the morning, man. So I kind of feel you on that coldness aspect, but at the same time, when I walk outside to go walk the dog, man, it looks like it's gonna be a nice 80-degree day out here, man. So no complaints.
Yeah, I feel you. That's what's up. So what's up, man? What you got in your bowl today, man? What you got?
Oh man, today I have raspberry mint, and I got two different kind of mints, and I got a regular mint, and I kind of have like a spearmint taste on the back end, so it's tasting pretty good, man. So what about you?
Yeah, I got the double gum mint today. I've dropped a little bit of blueberry in there, give a little flavor, but like you said, it's this cool breeze. It opens you up. It's, this double mint is solid. That's where I'm at with it.
I feel you, man. And before we kick off, man, we got to do the customary cheers, man, to another one.
Cheers. You know
Cheers.
that. You know that. Man, I was speaking to Sisha to you this week, and they were just telling about all these new accessories they got, you know what I'm saying, for their hookahs. And I was like, damn, you gotta start trying it. Like even, with this weather, we're about to start going into spring, I guess, right? And with all that wind, they got these new bowls that also have like the wind protector. You know how we have the crown right here, or the cover like that, the traditional one, but
Exactly.
they also got the one that clips onto it. So yeah, I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and so I can go outside and I have to carry everything with me, keep me traveling light, so I can move, keep my hands free.
Man, that's clutch right there. Cause you definitely want to have the celebrate the rock and roll outside, man. Because that wind is no joke, man. It can definitely hamper, the hookah experience. When you're sitting here trying to protect your coals and got things flying around, man. So that's what's up. I'll probably be putting an order in, the next 2 weeks. As I got that care package last month.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, held me over. Smoking good out here. Feels great, man. Feels great. So I'm gonna hit them up myself because I got. I'm putting together the finishing touches on my list
Yeah.
To make sure I'm straight for the rest of the month, man. So what's been going on, man? How's your week been looking?
Been good, man. I've been in this week-long debate, about shit that expires, right? Let me ask you a question, right? Do you feel that there are certain condiments and certain things inside your fridge that never expire? Or do you think everything has an expiration date?
No, I think everything definitely has a shelf life because probably the one thing I would say that lasts the longest in the refrigerator is I'm still old school, still throw a little thing of baking soda in there, to try to absorb some of them flavors where your ice isn't tasting like whatever you had for leftovers 2 days ago.
That's fair.
But I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, I think everything comes and goes because one of the things I'm seeing is different out here is the produce is so fresh, especially when it comes to like the poultry and the beef. I pick it up in the store and it's like, all right, shelf life is in a few days. I'm like, oh man, I definitely gotta get to this. It's not like back home where you pick up something and you got like a week and a half to decide what you want to do with it. But I've
Mm.
had a couple things, that definitely go south for me, man. Where I came home, eager to prepare or cook it, and it was like, nah, we're not having it today, man.
Nah,
We're
so like
not
my
having it.
so,
So I mean, now go ahead. I was going to ask you,
yeah.
man. What was the center of this debate, man? What was the item or items in question?
So my thought is you got, so there's first of all, there's a difference between expire and best buy, best before, right? I think there's a big difference, right? I think we gotta
Facts,
we gotta
facts.
call that out there, right? But I'm talking
Yeah.
about shit like ketchup, right?
Oh,
Ketchup, hot sauce, mustard, condiments, certain thing like that. Everything, obviously food, definitely has produce, your meats, your dairies, that goes bad, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm a believer that ketchup goes bad. Like I just don't know if I believe if mustard. I know like after a while, it takes a couple years. So I still can't even count that. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
Oh man.
just because it says the ketchup is best buy, maybe it doesn't have that, tomato punch. Especially if still ketchup, saying a week after the best buy date, all right? Best
Yeah,
before date or whatever
yeah.
you want to call it.
I mean, that opens up a whole another debate, because I'm one of those people where, I'm thinking, does ketchup and mustard really belong in the refrigerator? Because,
Mm.
everything that needs to be refrigerated, it has that little label that says, hey, refrigerate after opening. So ketchup or hot sauce in the refrigerator, I don't know about those two. I don't like cold hot sauce. Now pepper sauce, something different. You gotta
Yeah,
some of those
yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
put in the refrigerator. But ketchup, I've definitely seen things go left with ketchup because when ketchup goes from that burgundy color and starts turning brown, just like hot sauce, you've reached your maximum potential with that.
No, just give it a good shake. You know what I'm saying? Get the ingredients activated, moving again. I think you'll be all right. Ain't nobody ever died from old ketchup. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. You know?
Yeah, no, you're right. Bad ketchup has never put anybody in the hospital. But I will say that Best Buy and expiration date. One of the things I don't mess around with is dairy products.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
milk
no,
and
no.
eggs. If it says sell by, let's say March 7th, I'm like, if the stores can't sell it, I can't use it.
Uh-huh.
That, that's my stance on it. But with some things, it's like, yeah, the date has passed. You take that good sniff, like, yeah, it still smells, and you may roll the dice with it.
Take
You
that.
gotta do the
It's a
sniff
smell
test.
test. You gotta do a sniff test. I feel you. I feel you on that. Nah,
Yeah,
man, but
back
that
in the day,
it made me.
I was gonna say back in the day it was the same thing with the milk. You look at the milk, man. If you don't see any chunks in there, if it doesn't look like it's co-mingling together or conglomerated, whatever the word is. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, this may be good for a bowl of cereal, but this may be the last bowl of cereal I have with this
nah,
thing
I
of
feel
milk,
you.
though.
No, I feel you. I feel you. So do you think, say if it's an expired at Best Buy, what is your limit, right? So if it's like say you buy something that says, all right, it's over on the I don't know, over on the 10th, right? Do you give it until the 12th, or is it done on the 10th?
If it's not dairy, I'm gonna push the envelope with it. I may shake it up, may stir it up, may just try to pour from the top or something, to keep that balance. So I'm a ride with it. I'm not trying to waste money, man. I know the price of food has gone up now. So you can't afford to just be, chucking things in the trash. You definitely gotta check it out before you dispose of it. Because
Mm.
food and gas is going up, man. Two
It's
expensive
crazy.
things right now.
It's crazy. They say it's about to get even crazier, just with this war and this nonsense going on out here in the world. They say it's about to get even crazier. Up to $100 a barrel for gas, for petrol. It's shit just crazy. You know?
Yeah, man. I saw that because here in the Middle East, a lot of countries what they do is they set the price of gas at the beginning of the month, and the price of gas is the same everywhere, no matter where you go.
Mm.
So the gas just increased here on March the 1st, and I'm still getting acclimated to the differences because here, they charge you for a liter of gas. Where in the States, we pay for a gallon of gas. And right now I still got my little rental, until I get the tags on my truck, so I'm paying probably $23 US to fill that up.
Mm.
But I'm looking at the big boy, what I mean that's a 27-gallon tank of high test right there. So that first fill up is going to be the reality check for me.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I feel you. The shit hits every time, man. You don't know if you're about to spend, 50 or 100 on the tank. You be like, damn. Like you said, got a quarter tank of gas. You gotta figure that shit out. Gotta figure it out.
Yeah, tell me about it because I'm getting low right now, and this car does not have a low fuel warning. So if you're not looking in the corner to see what you're working with, man, you can literally be on the side of the road out here. And I'm not trying to be that guy.
Yeah, facts, 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 facts. I mean, I think everyone got a story of being on that last mile before running out of gas. I think everyone got that story. Or if you run out of gas before, I know in my younger days, man, I ran out of gas at the gas station. I literally
Ooh,
was turning
yeah.
in. That shit just went down. I was like, ain't this about it? Yeah, man. So we've all got some stories, but times is long and gone since we spent that $1.25 or whatever you want to call it.
Oh man, I still remember, back in the mortgage days when gas was 99 cents. And I mean, you could roll up with a crisp $20 bill and get change back. And have a full tank. You can get the change back and make a purchase in the store. Like, all right, well, let me get two of those right quick and have some snacks for
Facts,
the road.
facts. Now you gotta put gas in the budget. You gotta put gas in the budget. You can't just be like, let me see what I got.
Nah, gas is definitely a line item in the budget, man. Definitely. Because and speaking of budget, man. So last week I went to the barbershop for the first time out here. As I hadn't had my beard lined up in a minute, so we were walking through this little plaza after having lunch, and I saw a barber shop, and I saw some brothers in there. I was like, okay, I may be able to get down with this barber shop right here. So I walk in and I asked the dude, I was like, hey, look, how much is it just to line my beard up, in the front and line up on the side? He was like 35 dirhams. I was like, oh, 35 dirhams, okay, that's straight. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and knock it out right quick. So I get in the chair, and they start shampooing my beard, and I'm like, okay, all right. So then dude lines me up, trims my beard a little bit, fades my sides. I'm like, all right, and brings out the hot towel, cleans my pores, cleans the beard up. So I'm thinking with this treatment, I'm like, all right, they got me. They didn't hit me with the 35 to walk in the door, and now they didn't upcharge me while I'm sitting in the chair. So I'm standing up, so I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, all right, look, what's my damage? He's like 35. So I'm like, all right, so I do 35, give him a, little, 5 dirham tip. Man, tell me why I had one of the nicest cuts I've had in a minute, and it was only
Yeah.
$9 US.
Bro, that's
I
tough.
was like,
That's
I
tough.
haven't got a tip, and the dude shaved my head. I was like, I didn't ask for that. I just
That's tough.
cut my hair like the day before. I'm like, man, $9, I can definitely get with that, man. So I'm uh I'm definitely going to incorporate them into the budget, for every 2 weeks, pop in there because I mean, $10 haircut and beard, you can't beat that, man.
Man, that's tough, man. That's tough. That's what's up. That's what's up. It's always good when you get that pleasant surprise. It's like, all right, you get that special treatment. You getting the beard groomed and all that. That's a bonus right there.
Exactly, 'cause I was definitely watching for the hook. 'Cause, I was telling you about the hookah spot I went into at the Dubai Mall. With I had one of the most expensive hookahs in my life. I got
Yeah.
hit with the upcharge on it, so I was kind of expecting the same thing, but nah, man, it worked out. So I'm happy, man. I'm good to
Yeah.
go.
That's tough. That's tough. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So what's up, man? I know we like I said, we got some good stuff in the works. We got some good conversation today, man. Before we hop into that, man, what's up with you, man? What else you been on? I know you got the groomed beard. You got shorts on, about to hit up the 80 degrees. I hear you. I hear you. What else is up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Feeling like I said, feeling good out here. I was reading some of the comments. I know I've had some lighting challenges. The last couple episodes. So I said, well, let me throw on, a little color. So that way, once the sun comes up, if my lights start tripping, I'm not all blended in the background over here. So I heeded
Yeah.
the comments to lighten up.
Hey, that's what's up. That's
So to
what's up.
say, didn't take it personal, but I did check out Snowfall. I
Mm.
checked out episodes 1 and 2, man, and so far I'm impressed, man. I'm glad to see Snowfall is back, man. Season 5. So you see Snowfall yet?
Got to. Snowfall's my shit. That's my thing right there.
Yeah, man. Franklin Saint, man, but
I fucks with
so I'm
Franklin.
I'm
I
getting
think I
all caught
think
up.
I fucks with Franklin, man. I think he's just trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out the long game, and spoiler alert. Unfortunately, there's certain scenarios you gotta make some tough decisions. And it gets to a point. Do you think there's a true point where it truly is by any means necessary? You gotta do what you gotta do, right? And it gets to that question. Sometimes. I don't believe in stealing, what I'm saying? But sometimes, it's survival, and
Yeah,
you gotta think of what that long game is. And sometimes you gotta, no pun intended, but you gotta pull the trigger. You just figure it out, you know. So that's it. That's my shit. I'm looking forward to season 5. Snowfall is my shit. It was a pleasant surprise, even for the first week. They gave 2 episodes. It's like, all right, good. Let's see how this thing's about to kick off.
exactly, exactly, man. Because I was so boosted to watch Snowfall, man. I didn't watch the new Power until probably like a day ago. Because I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I gotta make sure that Snowfall is caught up, man. Snowfall kind of trumped, everything last week.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, Snowfall's good. I'm looking
Uh,
forward to Atlanta too. So we about to be all right. See what's
yeah,
up, man. I think people are doing some good shit out here, so I'm excited to see what's up. You
exactly,
know?
man. It's gonna be a good month, man. And we had a good interview, last week. Would be the fitness guy. I took advantage of some of the free game he gave last week and incorporated that into
Yeah,
the workout this week, and
yeah,
definitely saw a difference. And then today, we have another guest, who's going to be dropping some gems and putting us on to their business. So we're going to continue that, you know back to back.
yeah,
But
yeah.
before we bring in Melvin Coleman, man, I mean, anything else going on with you this week?
No, man, just chilling, man. Shout out to always, those good folks that, my folks and my people, smiles and good times, man. They cooking up some good stuff. I know they got some things
Okay.
happening. So, just been chopping it up with them and getting that in the works with them, talking to them, seeing what's up, see what they got on their calendar. It's gonna be a busy spring for them, so that's just cool. And like you said, it's a good segue right into this discussion, right? And how last week we had some gems on how to personally look into ourselves and look at that journey. Like we always do. We always
Yeah.
focus on people's journeys and focus on just the positive side. We always talk about Black excellence, and just humans being good humans. So, with that one, right here we got Coach Coleman, and he and for what he does, and how he's giving back and giving his skill sets, his talent, out here and dropping knowledge, on his counterparts, his peers, the youth, you know. It's definitely what we look forward to focus on. We wanna show that out there. See what people are doing out here. So what's going on, Coach?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Chilling, man. Just got back from working some youngins off just probably about an hour ago.
See, there you go, putting them hours in with them. The dedication right there.
Yeah.
Putting that
So,
dedication. So,
Was that?
no, I was gonna say, I mean, I know, you and I personally, we go back, over 20 plus years,
Yeah,
you
20
know,
plus.
uh, back to, the Morgan State, where we met. And it's funny because, our history, because I actually knew your father and your uncle, before I knew you, because I used to, play ball with them growing up.
Mm,
And
yeah.
they kept telling me, they were like, "Yeah, man, you gotta meet my nephew Frosty. He goes to Morgan." I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't know nobody named Frosty." They're like, "Nah, you gotta meet him, man. You gotta meet him." And come to find out, I already knew you, just didn't know you as Frosty. So that was
Right.
a
And
while,
we ain't know you as
six
Mike.
degrees. Exactly, man. Throwing the government name around like that, but
It's like, who?
I mean, just tell us, a little bit about your business, and I mean, what you're doing before we get into, the questions we have for you.
Pretty much, man, I'm just the local neighborhood trainer around here, man. That's all. Um, got quite a few guys in the NFL right now that I've been training. Some since high school, some since early years of college. Got some college kids. Got some kids right now getting prepared, trying to get in the league. Shoot. Uh, got some other guys, just young high school guys, middle school guys, uh, just trying to, get some playing time, or some just trying to get, earn some scholarships. Try to basically, if you can get to school for free, hey, why not? And
Why
then if
not?
you can do anything else
Yeah.
past that, that's bonus. So it's just a lot of it's just using um, the sports tool to get these guys exposure. Get them out the neighborhoods. Just get them in that network of, those college settings, and at the same time, play a little, play hopefully 4 more years of ball, and then just see where that goes. So
What,
I'm,
what made you?
just giving back, just is, trying to do I wish for somebody, somewhat could have did with me. That's all.
What made you really get into that though? Like obviously, you're talking about giving back. And you're working with all the youth, and you're getting them to that next level. What made you really get into that idea, that mindset as to this is what I'm about to do, and not focus on myself, but use my skill sets to see if I can make an imprint or impression on hopefully the future generation. What made you get into that?
Well, it kind of happened on accident. Shoot, back when I was out of college, still trying to chase the dream, playing in different leagues. When I was coming up, a coach who coached me and a lot of guys in this area, like he got a resume as well that's really nobody really knows about. Dude named Henry Brady. I seen him do it, but he was just doing it out of some genuine stuff, like just, hey man, y'all just come during the summer. We're gonna work out. We had guys that we played our rivals, like their best players, will be training with us during the summer. So when I got to school, we always come back for the summer, and then when after we was doing this at Duval, when he left Duval, he went to Largo. So most of us that were still in college playing, we just transported, was working over at Largo. Then when he left Largo, went to Flowers, all the Largo guys and the Duval guys and the mixer, other players from around the PG County area, we just working out at Flowers. And then I kind of became like the old head. So, man, he would be out there during the summer, be having like track team, summer track, girls basketball, football out there, and then it'll be all of us out there. So it was just one of him, and since I was kind of like the older head, I kind of like, all right, yo, go take the defensive guys. And then next thing you know, people started making it, and then next thing you know, word started getting around. This is before social media. Hey man, I want you to work with my nephew. I want you to work with my brother. Hey, work with my son or something. I'm like, all right, shit, meet me up at Sports and Learning or Flowers or where we were. And then I ended up moving to Connecticut, and I was just trying to, stay in the game. And then I started, doing what I was doing back at the crib, back from what Coach Brady told me. Got to a high school, started doing it. Then one guy rolled up on me, was like, hey, man, what you doing? Ain't nobody doing up here. I want you to train my son. So I was like, all right, bet. He was like, I'll pay you. I was like, man, you ain't got to worry about that. He's just one of the players. He was like, man, everybody need money. So I said, all right. So met up with him on Saturday, trained the kid. We ain't discussed no price, nothing. Put a 50 in my hand. I was like, oh, all right. Back out next week. And then from that, the brain started working. I was like, you know what? I got my LLC, and then we just went from there.
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Man,
That's what's up. So you started with one and
yes.
it started growing. That's tough right there.
Yeah, it started with one, then there was another one, then word gets out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that word of mouth is priceless, and you dropped the name that I know well. Coach Brady. Back to my track days, and I definitely remember Coach Brady and Coach Chris, and how they pushed this, and you're right. That is really a genuine dude right there. And very knowledgeable of just very knowledgeable of life. I've gotten some good advice from him over the years, and I haven't talked to him in a minute. So if you come across that dude, man, just tell him the tall, skinny guy from Largo track team, the triple jumper, said what's up, man.
Y'all do that. Yeah, man. He finally retired, man.
Oh man. Hey, well deserved though.
Yeah, well, yeah. He got a taste of that COVID just being home. Man, that man went like 30 years straight. Indoor track, outdoor track, football, summer workouts, indoor track, outdoor track, football. Like, man, that man was doing it. But, he was always like, always about the kids.
Yeah.
So, he had plenty of opportunities to leave, maybe go to college, but he just got so, stuck with the kids. But I know when that COVID happened, he was like, oh, this how life really feels? I got time. Man said, man, I'm done. I said, I ain't mad at you, man. You need it, man. Shit. I be telling them kids, I'm like, man, he was doing it back when I was in ninth grade. I was like 92, 93. Man,
Yeah,
take no days off.
Man.
So
So speaking of, back in '93. So I mean, tell us, how you got, your start in sports. I mean, how did coming up, what all were you involved in? How young were you when you started playing?
Man, I started playing organized football probably like third grade. Third grade, it was like maybe like '87, something like that. Camp Springs. I was just always just one of those kids, you'd be out playing throwback tackle. And then got into organized and, you know, did some hooping as well, and then just played that all the way up. It's been a passion of mine though, just competing and trying to make people look bad and talking shit and you know just fun. And then it's just kind of stuck with me. Then now you start learning the mental part of the game and all the different aspects. That's what led me in like coaching and training, just the chess moves of like football. That's shit. Just like I used to whip y'all ass in Madden and shit.
I wasn't even gonna, bring that up, man, because I swear to this day, you and Crow had the cheat code in Madden, man, because y'all were doing some things that really it was mind blowing, as a teenager and as a young
Well, you
man
gotta
coming up. I'm
understand, we
like,
had an
come on,
unfair
man.
advantage, man. We just carried what we learned on the field to the game.
Now
red
this is
defense.
true, and that's how I knew that you definitely had a mind for the game, and I had no doubt that you would be where you are now just because of the things you were doing. I mean, the pre-snaps, moving folks around. I'm sitting here just slide my offensive lineman down or bringing my receivers in for press coverage, and y'all are putting people in different spots. I'm like, come on, man, this is unfair, man. We're kids. This is a game, but definitely it showed that you had that knowledge, man.
Man,
Still waiting on a
always.
rematch though.
I don't even know what system motherfuckers on right now.
Times change, but that makes me go right. You made a point, right? You said, like the mental part of it, right, and playing chess, right, and a lot of people when you think of coach, you think of that physical aspect of learning that actual game, whatever you're coaching, right? You think there's other, parts in the coaching that are essential to be successful, with this youth? Because, like you mentioned, get them out of the neighborhood, change that mindset. You know, can you let me know a little bit like of what you think a real role of a coach or an effective coach really is? Is
Well,
that
a lot of it is just relating, basically. Um, it's almost like being a teacher. If you can find a way to take the information that you have and get it to where you can make it relatable for people to understand, then it make things a lot easier. Because you can have a lot of people who got a lot of information, they just can't transfer the information. So, and I think what a lot of coaching is just being able to relate to players, get them to believe in what you're saying, and I know I've been on the other side. People will run through a wall for you, or they'll do whatever you say if they know that it's coming from a genuine place, and they know that you the guy with those answers. Man, it's just like being a leader, man. It's easy to be followed.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's really
that's
it.
true.
I mean, it's I got peers, guys I train, my homeboy, Crows in the league, and I talk to them, and you'd be amazed, like some of these coaches just all the behind the scenes stuff, man. Got stories for days. Like I ain't even gonna bring up the Odell stuff. Like I knew a lot of that stuff, but a lot of these coaches can't relate to them. A lot of these owners can't relate. A lot of these GMs can't relate to the players. So, but those coaches who can relate, man, they be talking to them guys all the time, and they kind of know what's up.
Yeah. I think that's big. Communication is key,
That
right?
makes
It's
sense.
being able to,
Yeah,
to deliver that, right? Communicating and, like you said, being relatable.
being relatable is
Mm.
and just sometimes it's just kind of showing that you care.
Yeah,
Putting time in
Yeah.
with people when it's not just it can't always be about business.
yeah, yeah.
Hey
Get
man,
personal.
what's
Get
going on with the
personal.
fam? What's going on with the kids? You trying to hang out. A lot of them, I can't say what I want to say. They don't understand that. Certain other people on the other side, they don't understand that. Like, nah,
Yeah.
you got to get the people level and
Yeah.
show that you care and that you're interested. And it's not always just about, the business or the sport. Man, you be surprised what you can get out of people.
Mm.
That's a good point. And how impactful? Because you mentioned that you work with kids in high school, kids in college, kids in the league. You know, how impactful do you think it is having all that experience on the field at once, where you have maybe somebody in high school training with somebody in college, and somebody in college training with somebody in the league, and
Well,
just
what
that
I do,
aspect of it.
what I do is I have them all out there at the same time because I know when I was coming up, Coach Brady, we didn't have many, but it'll be maybe a guy or two that was on, we had a guy who was on the Redskins. You trying to soak that information up. So what I do, man, I got all my kids out there together. You see guys,
Okay.
college, high school, pro, middle school. Like even I can speak from just, from a standpoint of, man, I had a middle school kid lined up against a starting wide receiver in the NFL, and he's lined up against him. And I'm like, well, go ahead, you better strap up
Hmm.
because it's like you can get confidence from that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, man, if I can at least halfway decent hang with him or make a play with him, imagine him going against somebody his own age. And then I
Mm.
That's
try to
true.
use the older guys as, all they're going to do is repeat the information that I taught them. But a lot of guys, a lot of kids don't want to listen to the old guy, or they don't want to listen to the parent or the coach. So I use the other guys as coaches as well. Like, hey man, teach them this. Hey man, show them this. And I think it's good for them to be around each other because now you can take a college kid who can maybe slide a high school kid's film to one of his coaches, or one of the pro
Yeah.
guys can give an alert like, hey man, this guy right here, because everybody's always asking for information. Like they want to know like background, like how is he, like what's his life like, or is he a hard worker, or is he smart, is he a player? You're gonna trust the word of a
Yeah.
guy that you trust over what you hearing, on these big boards or these 5-star, 3 stars. Like, no, you're gonna go with guys that you trust. Like a baller is gonna trust another baller.
Yeah.
So if you ask another baller something, you're like, oh, okay, all right, I believe what you're saying. So I get
Yeah.
all of them together, and it's just like networking too. So it's just like just building a community.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, hey man,
Okay.
help the young fella up, or put a word in for him, or use your sources. And then that way those kids can see, the younger guys can see the older guys like, oh, if I want to get here, this is what I need to do. And they can share their information and their experiences with the younger guys. Like, if you want to get to the league now, you're gonna have to get your grades. You're gonna have to put some extra work in. And like, it ain't sweet. But at least if they can see it, so they understand, it's like
Yeah.
I'm not just blowing smoke up y'all ass. Like, this is what you need to do. Like, watch him, see what he does. He's working out 2-3 times a day. Well, he's working out twice a day. He's not just doing what's just the word. He's not doing what just required. Because most of my guys aren't like, they wasn't like 5-star guys or highly touted guys coming out, but we worked and made a name for ourselves.
That's tough. That's tough. It sounds like you make a village, right? It sounds like you making a village, right? And like they always
Yeah,
say, it takes a
yeah,
village to raise, building that community,
yeah. Because
looking after each other.
even with a couple of my guys, like everybody's not going to make it, but I got guys who were got into the they shoot videos, and you know, everything is about presentation now. So now I got guys who are former players, you know, they going around with these league guys shooting videos, you know, following them around. Like, that's good business for them. You know, everybody promoting each other's products. Like some people getting, you know, like clothing lines and stuff. You got those guys that help you promote your brand. So it's always some way you can give back, or you ain't necessarily got to be in the league, but you know you can use those resources to help build, you know, build your brand, build your business, or you know, be an aid to help you, you know, get to where you're trying to get.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's true. That's true. You know, so I guess what's next for your program, or you know, what do you have on the horizon on your goal or aspiration list?
Uh, right now, I'm just trying to sit back and be one of those. I'm trying to step back a little bit. I'm trying to be one of those guys. Like, look, hey, coach, man, we need to come. Man, we're gonna fly you down to Miami. We're gonna get it in for about 2 weeks, or you know, hey, man, you need to come out Arizona. You need to come out LA, or you need to. I need to get ready for the combine. You know, help me with this DB stuff. Like, I'm trying to get on that level where I'm not trying to be out as much as I have been, you know, 6-7 days a week, all day, every day. Like, you know, that's kind of getting tiring. And two is, you know, man, I've been getting in this stock market stuff, man. It's like, whew, man, it's money out here to be made where you just be sitting behind the desk, pushing a couple buttons, and next thing you know, like I want that freedom, man.
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, and then the crazy part about that is one of my guys that I used to train and teach him. He's my damn mentor and teaching me the stock market stuff.
That's
Tell me
tough.
how that tell me how that's crazy.
Man,
Like, damn, now he's schooling me.
Look
But
what they
again,
say, the
that's that
grasshopper.
building that community network. Like, you just never know
yeah,
who may be what, and they can come back and help you somewhere down the line with something.
Yeah.
that's true.
I said,
That's
ain't this
true. So I
a
mean,
bitch?
so you know, speaking of stocks, you know, because I know you know, not trying to you know dig you know too deep into your you know your personal you know situation, but you're still you know doing a lot with options, right?
Oh, of course. Oh yeah. Man, I done turned to a what they call a scalper. Man, I be trying to, hey, in and out. You know, before, you know, I'm still, you know, was learning. You know, I guess it was being more investor, you know, holding shares, doing long term trades on the options. Shit, now it's like, man, I'm a scalper. Man, you like you in and out, 2 candles, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It'd be 300-400, or you know, depending on how much you know size you going in with. Man, I said, oh, this is how these fools be making the money.
Tough.
So yeah, man, you can be in and out and be done by lunchtime because you can make that. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being an investor. It just takes time. But when you become those day trading or them scalpers, man, you talking about fast. I said, oh, this where them folks be making this bread at. And then now I've been learning more. I'm like, man, this stock market stuff ain't going nowhere. Man, you ain't got too much money tied up in that.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
rich gonna stay rich, and that's where they
Oh,
money at.
that's a fact. That's a
And if you
fact.
want to know what's going on with the world, just look at the market. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Mm.
Nah, that is true because you know I know today you know we brought you on you know to kind of highlight you know your sports training business, but we're definitely going to have you back soon to talk on that financial side because I know me, I know you know just enough about options to know just enough about options, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Nah,
You
you
know, you
gotta
may
learn
be
how
able
to
to,
read them candles and learn price
yeah,
action and supply and demand and different zones and price targets, man. I ain't know it so much. We was just rolling dice, but it's a method to the madness where once you get it down, man, easy money. Easy
definitely,
money.
and that's exactly what we want to get into. To talk a little bit more about that in depth to get past just a novice's understanding
Mm-hmm.
of all that, because that can really be beneficial out there, because the old school mentality in the stock market is exactly what you mentioned earlier of folks just buying something, holding on to it for the long haul. But like
Yes.
anything, the game has changed. You
Yeah,
got to change with the game. You can't
especially with
apply yesterday's principles to
yeah.
today's
Now that we cut
markets.
the middleman out, now they got all these apps and stuff. Like the middleman is cut out, so man, it's no excuse.
Exactly, because the accessibility is right there in the palm of your hands.
Yep, palm or right on the computer,
Click
Exactly.
of a button. That's what's
click
up.
of a
What's up?
button.
Indeed, man. Hey, well, we appreciate you, coming, hang out with us, in the bowl, and being able to, highlight, the good work you're doing. Definitely, proud of you. So over this 20 years, I've seen the growth in you, and what you're doing with your business. So definitely want to say, hey, I'm proud of you, man, and anything that we can do from this side, to help,
Appreciate it. Well, shit, let me borrow $1
support.
then. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Or let
I
me get
got you.
the old job at the Brown building.
Hey, I'm gonna send that Zelle over right after this podcast, and I'm gonna send you the application for the Brown building as well, man.
All right.
Nah,
But
definitely.
we
That's what's up.
appreciate you.
Huh.
We appreciate you, hanging out with us, man, and it's always good, because one of the things we said we wanted to do, with this platform is highlight, black excellence, and highlight, folks that have their own businesses, and out here doing things, and just give them exposure, as well as learn from what they're doing, and get more insight. So I think we were right on target, with that interview. So definitely good stuff, man. Good stuff.
All right.
Nah, for sure. We appreciate it. Again, not just the coach, you know what I'm saying, on the field, but just, just dropping some extra gems on us, and getting the brain flow working. So I appreciate that. Definitely, definitely.
No problem. No problem. No problem.
And I know, but before we get out of here, man, I got caught up on this Netflix show, Inventing Anna, which
Mm.
was wow. You heard anything about that one yet?
Nah, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that.
Oh man, I mean, just to give the overview. I'm not going to give any spoiler alerts, but I mean, the show's definitely been out for a couple of weeks. But it was this young lady from Germany, of Russian descent, and she came to New York, and she was mixing it up with the socialites up there, and moving around, and kind of put the energy out there, that she was a German heiress, and forgive me for my mispronunciation of words, but you get the gist. And she was trying to get like a $40 million loan, to start like a social club, and she was like a hair close, to making it happen, before she got arrested. And I know it's two different documentaries. I think it's one on Netflix I watched. It's one on Hulu. But it showed the power of if you present yourself as someone that has it. If you dress the part, play the part, and talk the part, of how many doors were open to her, and how she was able to pull the wool over so many people's eyes. And it was just crazy. It was producing or executive produced by Shonda Rhimes.
Mm.
And I follow a lot of things she did, but definitely, worth checking out. So if it gets a little too cold and rainy in the DMV, and you find yourself on the couch, man, it's definitely something good to sit down and check out.
I put that on my watch list. Put that on my watch list.
So what you got going on this weekend, man? Anything fun and exciting playing?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, as I was talking about earlier, we just connected with some folks. I know there's some things happening out here. The weather's trying to break. Doesn't know what it's about to do. It's kind of in that limbo stage. So working with them folks over there with CCTU. I know they talking about they about to start hosting some events. Connecting with some folks out there and. They doing big things and just following what their trajectory looks like, and then those
Yeah.
folks at Smiles and Good Times, they out there. So it's, I think there's a lot of things, but this weather change is trying to figure that out, and
Yeah.
just enjoying life, man, just taking it one day at a time.
I mean, makes sense, man. Last week we checked out the Dubai Expo.
Yeah.
And that was, that was pretty good. I mean, they have pavilions from, every country around the world, so you get to go in and see their exhibits, and kind of learn about, what that country's known for or various things, and probably head back out there this weekend because, the Dubai Expo is something where you gotta go at least 4 or 5 times. Is they have like 4 main areas, and within that area, I mean, you may have like 75 to 100 different exhibits, and some exhibits, you gotta wait like an hour and a half to get in, and the exhibit is, like an hour itself, and some, you can pop in and out, within 5 minutes, you're done. But I mean, that was cool. It was reasonably priced too, man. We got season pass for $10 US. To be able to, come back and, come and go, as much as you want, so definitely gonna, swing back there and, check things out. As we went past the Trinidad Pavilion, Jamaica, went to Bulgaria, trying to think of some of the other places, want to go back and check out Brazil and check out the US spot, and see what they have to offer there. But it's definitely like a all day thing, man. I think I did something really crazy before we went for the first time, man. Went to the gym, did a leg workout. Nobody needs to do a leg workout before you go walk 2 or 3 miles, man.
Facts.
Next day,
It's
man,
good you
I was
call
in
it the
the
cool
crib.
down.
Whew, man, I was in the crib taking stairs one at a time, man. It was it was definitely felt, the next day, but that was pretty cool, man. So probably try to swing back, by there and, check out a few more, restaurants on this side. My sea shipment, arrives this week, so your boy's about to be watching, TV on a big screen, no more, sitting around watching, Snowfall and the Ozarks on the iPad screen. Can finally get some surround sound on a big couch. So definitely excited about that. Got my truck out here, so getting that registered, so I can get up out the go-kart, get some respect on the road, man. I'm tired of getting punked on the road, man. People rolling up behind me, flashing the high beams, like, man, get that little car out the way, man. So that's gonna be good, man. That's gonna be, yeah, man. Starting to feel like home, man. Starting to feel like home, man.
That
So you got
adjustment period.
anything
That's
else?
what's up.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's every day, checking a box on something, and get more familiar with things. But definitely, having, your own couch and TV and car, that's essential, to making the place feel like home, man. So, you got anything else before we get out of here?
As always, just like I say, taking a day at a time, just cooling out, being around the loved ones and family, friends, and just kicking it, man. Just enjoying that life, man. We got that hustle and bustle every day. But that, we always talk about mental health. it's crazy out here with mental health, man. It's sad of what it's doing to people, and this world is just getting crazier and crazier. So it's just praying for some kind of peace, man. That's it, man. That's all humanity, people just being human, being
Yeah.
kind, and that's it, man. That's all I try to strive for, man. Just make myself better, and just if I can help the next person, that's it.
Oh man, I can dig it, and I see a lot of places are starting to ease up with these mask mandates and things. Looks like the world is really opening back up. So it'll kind of be good to get back to that sense of normalcy, man. Because I think we've been behind masks for so long, man. It feels natural.
Facts, facts.
It'll be
You
good
grab
to
your
see.
mask, like you grab your wallet, you pack all your pockets. You be like, all right, do I got this? Do I got that? Do I got my mask? Like you said, trying to get back to some sense of normalcy. But
Yeah.
we're just trying to see what time does. Like they say, time answers all questions.
Exactly, man. I was heading to the office the other day, realized, man, I had left my mask. I'm sitting here panicking on the highway. I'm like, all right, I got an old mask in the glove compartment, so at least that can, get me through the front door. But yeah, I mean, like you said, that mask is just as essential as your wallet, man. You leave home without your mask, it feels like you left your phone or your wallet, man. You feel totally disconnected in what you can do and where you can go.
Facts. You gotta stay strapped up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep yourself straight out here. It's wild.
Yes, man. Hey, well, but before we head out of here, shout out to Shisha to you. Don't forget you can follow them on IG. Thanks to everybody for rocking with us this week. Don't forget, you can follow us on YouTube. You can join the conversation on Twitter at End the Pod. Leave us a message. Let us know about new flavors, brands, blends. Anything that you want us to try out, we definitely will. We always tell you, make sure you keep those hookahs clean. After each use, wash it out so that way it's ready for the next time you're looking to have a smoke session. Until then, man, we'll catch you all next week.
Facts. And like we always say, click, like, and subscribe.